Most BJJ injuries happen before the roll even starts. If you're skipping your warm-ups or just doing random stretches, you're setting yourself up for sluggish rolls and a higher injury risk. Today, I'm breaking down the best pre-roll warm-up routine to protect your joints, activate key muscles, and sharpen your movement. Whether you're training solo, just rolling at class, or competing. Jiu-jitsu is a full-body sport that demands fluid and stable movement through big ranges of motion. Having a solid warm-up ensures your body moves smoothly, seamlessly, and explosively when it matters the most.
What's up, guys? I'm Gaidama's performance expert, and I've been with the brand since its inception in 2020. I'm beyond excited to grow alongside the best jiu-jitsu apparel brand in the world and bring you guys science-backed strategies to elevate your jiu-jitsu game. Each month, I'll be sharing performance-driven tips on strength, conditioning, jiu-jitsu skills, and competition strategy. Everything you need to train smarter and roll better. Whether you're here to sharpen your technique, prepare for the highest level of competition, or just have the coolest gear on the mat, we've got you covered.
Before we get into movement, we're starting with some quick foam rolling to prep the fascia. This is a thoracic spine extension. This helps you open up your upper back and counteracts constant flexion we see in jiu-jitsu. Warming up the spine in all directions sets the tone for smoother movement and better posture on the mat. From there, we hit the lats and the pecs, two key areas that tighten up fast and contribute to shoulder and neck overuse injuries if ignored. Then move into the lower body. Hit your adductors, hip flexors, TFL, quads, hamstrings, calves, and the glutes. About 10 to 15 slow passes per area is plenty. Whole foam rolling should take no more than 5 minutes. You want to keep it efficient and get your body ready to move. We're going to start with the neck, which takes a beating in BJJ. You should be able to move your neck pain-free in all directions, at least 30 degrees. From there, we're going to go into these lateral side bends, which open up the torso and lats, giving you more fluid movement, rotation, and flexion through the spine. Next, we're going to do these fingers interlaced wrist rolls in both directions. These, along with wrist flexion and wrist extension, are essential, especially if you train in the gi, where tight forearms, wrists, and elbows are common hotspots for overuse injuries. These scarecrows are a great checkpoint for shoulder health. Keep your upper arms parallel to the floor and your elbows at 90 degrees as you rotate in and out. Then we hit these 90-90s. From here, we further mobilize both shoulders simultaneously into internal and external rotation. Next, you want your index fingers parallel for proper hand placement on the mat. Get into this quadruped position with live active toes. You're going to slowly bring body weight over your wrists to promote wrist extension. After you do those, you're going to do what's called hand pump, lifting the heel of your hand and pressing it down to the ground like so. Over time, this will strengthen your wrists for scrambling and heisting. Staying in that quadruped position, we're going to do these thoracic rotations. Thoracic mobility is essential for fluid movement and overall shoulder health. Make sure you don't make this common error of having the hips swing out when you rotate. We want the rotation to come from the thoracic or upper spine, not the lumbar spine, which is the lower back. After that, we're set up perfectly to go into our yoga down dog sequences. For the first pass through with down dog, we're going to bicycle our calves for 10 reps. This opens up the hamstrings and calves and sets us up for smoother inversions, tripod transitions, scrambles, and base from bottom. Also in the first pass through is low cobra, stopping on our elbows and breathing for 3 to 5 deep breaths. This is the first level of gentle lumbar extension. This helps counterbalance all the flexion we do in jiu-jitsu. On the second and final pass, we're going to bicycle the legs again, and this time we're going to add a scorpion back step. This adds more rotation through the lumbar spine, as well as some lateral flexion of the trunk and the lats. Do one sequence on each side. Final pass with a yoga up dog, also known as Cobra, where we're going to untuck the toes, press through our hands, while keeping them close to the rib cage and lift the chest. Adding a second element of focus, which is extending the neck. This is our second checkpoint. We want pain-free neck extension, at least 30 degrees. Settle into child's pose for 1 to 3 breaths. Then gently walk your hands side to side to further stretch out the lats and prep the spine for flexion. Do yourself a favor and don't skip this pro tip. We're going to do some quick prone T's and Y's with isometric holds to lock in the mobility we just created. Start with 10 reps on the T and focus on a clean scapular squeeze. After 10 reps for strengthening, you're going to lock in a 10-second isometric hold for muscular endurance. If your form here is good, you're going to progress to the Y and you're going to keep your thumbs up. Contraction is going to come from your scapula and nowhere else while keeping your elbows as straight as possible. After 10 reps for strength, we're going to do a 10-second isometric hold with the thumbs up for muscular endurance. This is one of the most simplest and powerful things you can do to protect your neck and shoulders long term. Now we're going into a classic jiu-jitsu warm-up, collectively known as egg beaters, and most gyms do this for a reason. It's a 90-90 bend at the hip and the knee, rotating both hips but in opposing directions, one clockwise, one counterclockwise. This is a smooth and controlled way to wake up the hips, knees, and core before we start moving with real intention. Next is a movement I came up with called the hip scissors. We're still supine, but now we're focusing on hip abduction and adduction. By overlapping the legs across the midline, we create a smooth gliding rhythm. Next up is the Brettzel Sequence. This is a mobility drill I learned a while back. It was popularized by a man named Brett Jones, and it opens up the thoracic spine and unsticks the ribs. Start with the bottom leg straight and pull that leg into knee flexion for alignment. Your top leg crosses over for a 90-90 alignment. Here, we're going to physically grab our ribs and do 3 rib pulls as we look away each rep nice and slow. Then you'll reach your opposite arm out, palm up and in line with the shoulder. You'll see I'm not fully touching the ground, and that's totally fine. Work with what your body gives you right now, and you'll build your mobility over time. Do one whole sequence on each side. Next, yoga plow. Hands support your back and knees stay fully extended. The goal is to touch your toes on the ground behind you with straight legs. You'll want to bend your knees, but don't. This is key for healthy hamstring mobility and safe inverting. If you can touch your toes to the ground, you're going to do these plow walks. Tiptoe side to side to prime for the inversions next. These crucifix rolls are a foundational drill for creating smooth and controlled shoulder rolls. You can find this one and many more I'm about to mention in John Danaher's solo BJJ training drills for free on BJJ Fanatics. Right after these, you're set up for a smooth transition into a traditional style forwards and backwards roll to reinforce timing, balance, and coordination. Now we're going to start opening up our hips with some relaxed half-kneeling mobility work. Start with one knee down with a hand assist and the opposite leg extended out to the side. Keep the heel grounded and play between heel down and toes up position as you gently rock through your available range. Next, we move into a split stance position like so. You can have the back knee down for a more relaxed setup or lifted if you want to keep it more active. From here, we're going to go into what I call a hip opener trilogy. It includes 3 movements. First is the split squat pry. Use your elbow or your hand to gently push the knee out and away while your front foot stays flat. Go directly into a thoracic rotation where the goal is to touch the elbow down on the ground, then turn towards your front leg as you reach your arm up to the sky. And last is a blocked hip rotation. Now, instead of pushing the knee out, we're going to prevent it from coming out by placing our hand on the outside of our knee. We gently drop the back hip towards the ground. This is working on an aspect called hip internal rotation. Shifting to another hip opener in the frontal plane with a concept called triple flexion. This is an incremental lateral squat with a hand assist, progressively getting lower each rep. The goal is to keep a flat foot and move into deep flexion at the ankle, knee, and the hip. As you get deeper, maintain an upright posture with your chest high. I should be able to read the words on your shirt or your rash guard. This movement is especially important for jiu-jitsu, particularly for guard passing, where you need the ability to squat low, stay balanced, and maintain posture as you pass side to side, ideally getting to an end range with a hand assist like you see me doing here. The lateral squat progression flows directly into the knee drop to long step drill, 1 to 2 easy reps each side. I picked this drill up from Art of Jiu-Jitsu's black belt, Tainan Dalpra, who teaches this fundamental body movement on his long step masterclass that you can find on AOJ.com. This is his patented knee drop, forearm drop to tripod. Next up is an essential move called the bridge. This is the foundation for many aspects of jiu-jitsu, including escaping bottom pins, heisting, shrimping, and guard sweeps. These next drills come from John Danaher's BJJ Solo Drills Instructional. First is an asymmetrical bridge to your knees. On all of these, we're going to do 1 to 2 easy reps each side. From there, you want to bridge to an inversion or a shoulder roll, using one leg as a drive leg and bringing your head between your 2 legs with your legs straight. Then you're going to progress your bridge into a shrimp, and finally a bridge into a reverse shrimp. Next is Marcelo's butterfly sequence. It starts with a forward shift into a seated position, a quick butt scoop into a butterfly sweep with a side bridge, and then finish with a hopping tripod. This movement sequence is pulled straight from his butterfly sweeps instruction on BJJ Fanatics. Next, we're going to do 1 rep per side of the technical stand-up. This movement is crucial for sweeps, heisting, and any situation where you need to get off the ground quickly with control. Make sure you don't make this common mistake of stepping the back leg too shallow or too wide. Both will leave you with an unstable base. Capping off our groundwork with an arm drag to heist and an ankle pick from seated guard. And just like earlier in the video, here's another Jordan's pro tip. This time, it's to bulletproof your knees and your lower back with a movement called the hip airplane. Use a wall to hand assist for balance as much as you need, but as little as you can. You just earned all this new range of motion through the hips, and now we're locking it in by stabilizing and controlling those end ranges. Now that we've stabilized the hip, we're going to transition to stand-up drills of your choice. This part is simple. Just pick movements that fit your body type and preferences. And finally, if you're not currently doing any handstand or cartwheel work, I highly recommend you start. This is going to wrap up your warm-up. Handstand training helps you scramble more effectively, post with control with a strong shoulder. These are skills that carry directly over into chasing the back.
Hey, If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Yes, it is for the algorithm, but also so you'll be the first to know when we drop BJJ performance tips. And if there's a specific skill, topic, or issue you guys want me to cover, make sure to drop it in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I'm always looking for ways to help you guys roll better and train smarter. I'll see you on the mats.